Right. Hello, people. Hello again. Hello again. So can you see?
That you're live.
Yes, we are live, and that's the whole idea.
Yeah. Wait, how do we watch it, Miss?
Second pictures. No, you're
Go onto the Rock Code Academy YouTube channel.
Oh no, Maya, you're gonna no, Maya, you do not have to watch it because you are in the classroom. You can do that later. It's for people. Okay, let me speak to you guys. Don't bother going. The live is for people who are not in the classroom. Do you understand that? Because if you go and watch it, then it interferes with what we're doing in the class.
Everyone thinks very well.
Okay, so let's be hopefully. Okay, so are we sharing that now? Ola, can you tell us what you can see, please?
I can see a Zoom, with everyone like
Can you see people in the other classroom?
Yes, I can see Zoom. So I think maybe you need to just click the screen because I can see Zoom basically. And
Sorry?
I can see Zoom, and then the participants showing the Zoom. Yeah, so that's what I can see right now.
Okay. So I'm sharing my screen then. You can see it, can't you?
Yes, I can see your, I think I can see your screen because it's showing me Zoom. I'm guessing that's from your computer.
Okay. Yeah, that's from my computer, but the students cannot see you because they can see my computer. Okay. Yeah, I think, hold on.
Do you want me to share
your camera?
Yeah,
yes, please. Second. Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I think that.
So, hi everyone. And then if I share my screen, just 1 second, just close some tabs.
Okay, I think they can. Can you guys see him now? Can you?
I can't see it.
What can you see? Tell me what you can see.
I just see your camera that on.
Let me share my screen and then see what happens.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Why is everyone calling me again?
Yeah. Nope.
See this?
Calling Teams, right? And I've told him we're not on Teams today.
Can you guys see this?
Can you see? Okay, what can you see? Deshaun, what can you see on your screen?
I see you on like the big screen rather than like the small one.
So, do you see the small screen? Can you see that gentleman speaking down there?
You are in my spot.
Can you see our guest?
Can you see my screen, guys, or no? Okay, I don't think it's working.
I need to understand what they are seeing.
I'm gonna share my screen again, and then
I can't see.
I can see Jordan on the other side.
What about this? Can you see this?
Rather than on Zoom, and I don't know why.
Can you see this?
Okay. Let's do something. Maybe I should get my webcam and mirror this. How about that?
Okay.
So it doesn't take our time.
Okay. Because I think is everyone else on Zoom or is it on StreamYard? Or
No, everyone else is on Zoom.
Okay, I think maybe the best thing would be to send the Zoom link because this StreamYard thing I don't think is working properly.
Right. The aim of the StreamYard was to broadcast it to 2 people enter the waiting room. Sorry. It's to broadcast it to people who are waiting, right? Who cannot be in the classroom.
Okay, so I think so. So the thing is, because I've shared my screen twice just now with like some code, but you guys can't see it. So I think the best thing would be for you to send the Zoom link instead, because then
Okay.
it would be
Okay.
Then
So we can just do everything in Zoom, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll send you that in a minute. Let me go to Teams. Use on Teams. Hello, Aaron. You finally made it. Well, that's technology for you. Sometimes it doesn't always go as you plan it. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Go back to Teams.
I think the stream can be for people who just want to watch. Right?
Say that again.
You said so the StreamYard will be for people to watch.
Yes. And it connects to other networks.
And not yet.
Yeah. So if just people who are outside the classroom who want to like ask questions and all that would have been able to.
Okay.
But if it's not working, then we can just cut that off. Copy.
It works, but because for me, I need to be able to share stuff with you guys. So I need to be.
Yeah.
So I think it would still be fine for people who want to participate, but for people who want to ask questions and stuff, that's fine. I think it's a resource.
Right, I've just sent it to your phone now, so you can now come into the classroom. So I guess you forward to Dami then. To come into Zoom. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna leave now and then join.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay then. Jordan, we're shutting the StreamYard, so you might want to follow the link and come into Zoom. Does that make sense?
But Miss, where is the link?
Check your mom's phone. I just sent it to her. That's where every other person is. Okay, right. Without further ado, while we wait for Mr. Ballet to come over to the other classroom, it's Cameron able to come in? Cookie 64. Okay, we've got him here. All right. I guess that's about it, really. It's taken longer than expected to get things up and running, and I hope it's not going to eat in our time for having fun. But oh well, you get the gist. That's technology for you. Any luck? Where is he? Okay. Is he here already? Hello? It says I'm here. Is there someone waiting? Oh, okay. Admit. Sorry about that. I couldn't find that button. Yeah, I found it now. Right, sure. Hello, we got you. So he's back on. He's back into the classroom with us now.
Yeah, so I need to be able to share my screen, but I think it's enable.
Well, Jordan, all you need to do is to click the link. If you can hear me. Okay, Jordan's here now. Admit. Okay, that's it. I think we'll be having Dami soon. You sent it to him, didn't you?
Yeah,
Okay.
he'll be joining in.
That's
Okay,
fine.
If you hover over my picture and just enable me to share screen, just so that when we're ready, maybe click the options, my name.
Uh-oh, why is this glitching?
Yeah, it's glitching for me as well.
Is it? Or should I just make you a host?
No, you can just enable, or if you go into security, actually.
Oh dear, I'll have to come out of this screen. You know what? If I make you a host, right? I think it will be easier for you to share on your end.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, when are you gonna start, or are we gonna start?
Yeah, we're ready to start now.
Yeah.
Because
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can make me host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Okay, if I share my screen, and host it, attendees, maybe it's just taking.
Any luck?
We're saying host disabled. Yeah.
Do you want to change the host?
Have you done the host?
Yeah. Try that again. Let's see. Okay, you're the host now. It says it up there.
Yep. So, listen, if I share this, you guys can see my screen.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Okay, that's better.
There we go. So, you guys can see that. You can see this also. You see all that?
Yeah.
Perfect. So, some of you obviously told me already. So I'm gonna
I can't see it.
Can you not see what he's sharing?
Yeah, I do. I can't see it.
Oh dear.
okay. Don't worry about what I'm sharing right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop sharing, and then I'll show you this after I've had my talk, whatever. I'm just gonna answer a few questions that I've written that I think you might want to know about. But before I do that, you guys already know me. as Mr. Ballet. Some of you know me as Mr. Ballet. Some people call me, if you want to call me Ola, you can as well. And does anyone remember me from last time? If you can remember, can you?
Yeah.
Can tell me? Do you remember what my job is? I know that was a long time ago, but if anyone can get it right, that's good memory. Yes.
You're an engineer.
Engineer?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can just. I am an engineer, but what kind of engineer? Someone else. What type of engineer am I?
Have we forgotten?
Music engineer.
You forgot? Okay. All right. So I'm what you call a software engineer, and my friend Dami, who's also just joined.
Hello,
is a
Dami.
software engineer. So yeah, Dami, you just came in at the right time because I literally just started talking. So we're both software engineers. Slightly different.
Can we mute our mic, please? I think I can actually. Okay. Can we all mute our mic, please? Mute. Oh, I've taken my host power. Ola, you're gonna have to do that then.
I might be. I think I can actually. Okay. Can we all mute our mic, please?
What I can do is I can make you the host again. I'll just turn off the. I'll allow participants to share screen.
Deshaun, can you mute your mic, please? Yeah, I think we're good now.
Okay. Can you guys hear me? I know I'm asking you to.
We cannot
I can
speak.
hear you.
Okay. I'm gonna carry on talking then.
Okay.
So me and my friend Dami, who's also here, we're both software engineers, and even though we're software engineers, we're still slightly different because software engineers come in different packages. So you can be a front end software engineer, you can be a QA engineer, which is what I am. You can be a back end engineer, you can be a DevOps engineer. You can also be full stack, which means you do a lot of different things, and that's what Dami is. He's like a genius. He knows how to do a lot of different types of engineering. So what we're gonna do is, since Dami is also here, Dami, do you want to introduce yourself quickly?
Well, hi everyone, my name is Dami. I'm full stack software engineer. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. I think I've been doing it for about 5 years professionally. I was doing it a bit before that as well. Should I say where I've worked?
Yes, please.
Well, we're gonna go through the questions. So I'm gonna ask questions and we'll both answer them. If that's cool. So yeah. So the first question would have been, what do you do, and what did you do before this? So I'm currently a QA engineer, like I just explained. So a QA engineer is someone who tests software. So whatever app you guys use or website you go to, whether it's Twitch or YouTube or any website you go, someone has to make sure that website is the right quality before it goes out. So you need to write code to test the code that's been written. You need to write code to check that when you play a video on YouTube, it does what it's supposed to do. When you pause it, it does what it's supposed to do, and stuff like that. And before this I used to be a teacher. And I'll ask you the same, Danny. What do you do now? Explain it a little bit what it means. What do you do before this?
Sorry, I was on mute. Cool. So what do I do now? I make apps for a living. So I currently work in a bank, and I basically make the online banking app for users at NatWest. What did I do before? I was what you call a consultant. So I was working at different companies, just helping them make stuff. So I was a professional maker, if you can call it that.
Great, thank you. Danny. So, Danny, so what kind of things do you do at your job? Yeah, cool. Break it down.
So if I have to break it down, the kind of stuff I do for my job would be, you know, they would say, hey, we want to be able to see how much money that somebody spent in a month on the app. And I'll take that and I would write some code that will allow a user to do that. And then I'll pass it on to someone like Ola, like yourself. You would test it and then, you know, it'll end up on your laptops or on your phones. It sounds really simple, but it kind of isn't. So I just take requests and I make it into the real things effectively.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask a quick question then quickly. Don't all shout at once, but what kind of apps do you think, if you had the chance to make? I want people, so I'm just gonna pick the first person I can see in front of me, Chantal. Yeah? Have you got an idea for an app? If you had to build an app, what would you do?
It'd probably be like like an online app that people around the world can view, and something similar, like probably the music app actually.
Yeah, that's really good, Chantal. Yeah. Actually, me and me we actually make music as well, and I know some of you guys know that I make music, and yeah, a music app is actually quite complicated to make. But yeah, I would love to make a music app one day as well. But yeah, it's not as easy as it seems, but if you put your mind to it, you can definitely make it. I'm gonna ask Rosie as well, because I can see Rosie as the first person in front of me. If you had to make an app, what kind of app would you make? Thanks, Chantal.
See me.
Can you hear me?
See me. Just miles away.
I'm gonna move on to
everyone's
Yeah, but she can unmute herself and speak.
Who's Nimi? Can you hear me?
What did you say? Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, I'll pick on you later, Rosie, because I don't think you can hear me. Nimi, if you had to make an app, what kind of app would you make?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
You can unmute myself.
I am muting myself.
Okay.
I'll make something like
I think there's a bit of a Nimi, can you hear me?
yes, I hear you.
Okay, if you had to make an app like what Dami does, and you can ask, if someone could ask you to make an app, what app would you like to make?
A streaming app.
A streaming app. What, like something like Twitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Great. Nice one. So thanks, Nimi. I'm going to carry on with the questions, and then you guys can also ask us questions after. So Dami, I've kind of said what I do at my job, which is when a software engineer makes an app. So for example, like Nimi said, a streaming app. So if I work for Twitch and they wanted to add the functionality for people to be able to send messages to your chat while you're streaming, when the software engineer like Dami does that, I would then test it to make sure it works, because I know a lot of you have seen it where you're using an app and it just doesn't do what you want it to do. Those are called bugs, and what my job is to find those bugs and make sure that they're fixed before people like you and me use them. So yeah, so Dami, the next question is, what kind of subjects did you like to study at school?
So this is gonna sound really geeky, but I really love maths. I was really good at maths. I was really good at math sciences. So in secondary school, I'm not sure if it's the same, but I did triple award science, and I did fairly well at it. And I loved IT as well, so that was really cool. But completely separate from that, I was really I think the only A I got in my GCSEs was in music, and I went on to study that in college as well because I was completely convinced that I was going to be a music producer, which I am, but that's by the by.
Fair enough.
Same question for me.
Yeah.
I don't think I love maths as much as you did, Dami, but I like maths because my mom and dad wanted me to like maths, so so I had to be good at it. And I also like music, so I like music a lot. I was learning the piano at school, and what else? And I liked food tech as well at secondary school. It's a chance to eat. So, yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Have you guys got any questions so far?
I have a question.
Yes. I can't read your name, so can you tell us?
My name is Maya. So my question is, when there's a bug and like a glitch in your game, how exactly do you fix it? Like, what does it take to fix it? Do you have to switch things around?
Okay, that's a good question, actually, Maya. Dami, because that's literally
that's
Do you want to answer that?
So how it works is you get like a bug report. So normally when something breaks, the app or the game or whatever will send what broke to people like me, and I'll get it and I'll look for the code, or I'll try and recreate the bug. So let's say if you press left, press right, press up, and then your game exploded, I would have to do that on my laptop and try and make it do the same thing again. But like different to you, I have access to the code that actually is controlling it, so I can see like everything that is happening, and I can kind of pinpoint where it breaks. So it's almost like, have you ever watched those cartoons where they're pressing someone's brain and then their arm moves up and then their legs moves and then their body moves? So it's almost like that. So I'm pressing buttons to see what's happening. And then when I see what's broken or what's not moving the way it should move, I'll either take it out or fix it or tweak it to make it behave in the way it should do. Like nothing ever works right the first time round. And I think one of the good traits of a developer is being okay with stuff breaking or being okay with getting stuff wrong and just trying to fix it. Does that answer your question, Myra?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question.
Okay. Is that sorry?
Yeah, I have a question. What kind of games have you worked on? Like, what games have you done?
Me, so I don't do games. I do like mobile apps and websites.
Oh, okay.
So what websites have I worked on?
Yeah.
Vogue magazine, Talk, some other stuff that your parents might be familiar with. So I'm currently working with RBS/NatWest on their mobile app, and I did a bit of work for Costa Coffee as well. So
Yeah.
the switch.
Right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Nimi has a question.
Don't work on games. So yeah,
Okay.
just normal apps like that. Yeah, so we'll move on and we'll take questions again in a little bit. Okay, this kind of linked to what I just asked. What kind of subjects were important for you to be able to do your job?
Do you want to go first on this one or not?
Yeah. I'd say you need to have some knowledge of maths. And when I say knowledge of maths, yes, it's important for you to know to be good at maths, but you don't have to be an absolute genius at maths. Because, like I said, maths was not my favorite subject, and I just kind of went through it, and I did well at school, but I didn't think I was the best at maths. So you need to know some maths, and it will help. And I think, to be honest, because like Damien, you will find out. I didn't always do computing and computing right now. But I'd say just the eagerness to learn, and if you put your mindset to doing anything, you can kind of like do well. But I'd say maths, obviously English because you need to be able to write some sorts of English, and when you work with other people as well, they need to be able to understand, what you're trying to tell them. So English and maths, absolute basics, and then and IT at school. Danny, do you want
Completely agree with you. You need to be good enough at maths to know what you're doing, because there is a little bit of maths involved, like some calculations. But I think more than anything, you need to think in a logical way. So just be any subject that allows you to do, that makes you do that. So IT makes you do that. Sciences make you do that. So being able to follow instructions and write instructions is just a practice. But I will say there is nothing like actually writing code. So if you can get access to doing it from as early as possible, make sure it's like learning an instrument. The more you put into that instrument, the more you get out of it. You can't learn guitar and expect to know how to play piano. It's one of those things, you just need to do it.
Yeah, great, thank you. Next question.
Do you mind if I ask a question? I've got a question.
Yes.
Okay, my question is for our guest in the house, right? We're learning about STEM, especially focused on technology and how to code. We're big on that. But just to measure the way things are going, how much of coding did you learn at this level? With the level of the children, we have age range of 8 to 16, 15-ish. Yeah. So how much level of code did you learn at their age?
None.
Okay,
I did some very ugly HTML and CSS.
At what age? Round about what age?
13.
Oh.
Between 11 to 13.
Okay.
Simply because I was on the computer when that whole internet boom happened.
Yeah.
And then there wasn't social media like Facebook and Twitter. There was Pixel and help me out. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
You're allowed to do some little ugly HTML blocks and just paste it there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
MySpace. Actually, yeah, I don't know why I said none, because I also coded when I was about 15, 16, but I didn't know that I was coding.
Exactly.
There was don't know MySpace back when we were younger, and it's kind of like the same thing as Instagram and Facebook that things that we have today,
but not.
But MySpace was one of the first ones, and there was a bug actually in their code where it allowed people to change the look. So imagine if you have your Instagram page and you were able to change all the colors and make it look how you wanted it to.
Yeah.
So MySpace had a bug in their code that allowed you to change their code, which is really bad security wise. But that's how I first started coding. I learned a bit of HTML, and because I wanted my page to look cool, and when you were at school, if your MySpace looked really, really different, it made you look cool.
Okay.
Well, that's how I got the code. I didn't pick it up for a long time after that, maybe 10 to 12 years after that.
Okay. Yeah. The reason I asked the question is we've got some people as young as 8 years old in the class who have already started making their own games and playing it. So it's just for them to understand your journey right now and know that if they carry on, they will go a very long way. There's lots to harness in the future. So that's just why I asked that question, so the children can get a better understanding that what they're learning now is actually what the industry needs. And as technology starts to improve, they start to improve on their skills as well. So yeah, carry on with your questions. Thank you very much.
That is completely right. We just said, the first time we both were coding was because we wanted to make something cool on MySpace or whatever version of Instagram that we had back then. And you guys are really lucky that you've been exposed to this so early. Because when you're our age, you can be doing so much more. And we'll get into a bit of that in a second as well.
Okay.
So did you always know that you wanted to do what you do now? And if not, how did you start out?
I always knew that I wanted to work in IT. Always knew it. Simply because I remember this vividly. My mom was in uni and she got like a Windows. This is gonna make me sound so old. She got a Windows 98 laptop. So this is before Millennium Me. This is before Vista. Before Windows 7. This is old school. And I got Breakout, which is like an old school game, and I had this little joystick. And then I fell in love with that. Then the first internet came out, so it was dial-up internet. You couldn't use the internet, use the phone at the same time. If you did, you'd be hearing some computer noises on the phone. It was hilarious. And then I started getting into instant messaging and all of that stuff, and I just got really fascinated about how I can be in Hackney and be communicating with my friend in Southeast London. And I think more than anything, I fell in love with the internet. And then from there, I was like, yeah, I want to do this. I was always that kid out, Mom, I'm gonna make you a flying car.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna be a professional maker. And I just ended up doing it with code instead of actually making a flying car, which Elon Musk would probably do before I did.
You could get there in the end.
Elon Musk is probably closer. 3 questions. Okay, we'll take questions at the end. We're gonna be done with our little bit in a sec.
Can you just write your questions down so you don't forget? I know kids will always forget their questions. Just quickly write it down.
Yeah, no, it's not kids. I still forget as well. That's why I have my sticky notes with me all the time.
But yeah, I always knew I wanted to do this as well. I went through a different path. I studied music. I was a music teacher, but I always worked with technology in some way. So I always worked with music applications. There was something called Pure Data that I used to do back in the day, which is basically generating sound from like different frequencies and stuff like that. So I was always fascinated with technology, and I knew I wanted to do it. But now I'm working on code, which I can't be happier. Which leads me to the next question: how did you get where you are today? So like I said, I kind of worked music technology for a long time, and I then decided to learn how to code properly. After learning how to code, I got some help from Dami actually. Dami was my teacher and is still my teacher sometimes when it comes to learning code because he knows a lot more than I do. And then that's how I got into the industry, and I've been coding ever since. Dami, how did you get into where you are today?
It looks like Aaron is having a hard time with his baby sister. So yeah, how did I get into it? I actually went to uni. I did business computer systems, which is a very posh way of saying how businesses use
technology
in the easiest way possible. And then I got my first job then I went to an academy after. So I did a bit more like professional polish. Then I ended up in HSBC. Then I went to like a cool startup company where there was free snacks, game consoles everywhere. Get to work for cool companies, and here I am now. So I went what you call the conventional route, when your mom says you have to go to college and go to university to I did that whole thing.
So when
you have a question?
Yeah, I was going to ask a question. When you say academy, what do you mean? Was that before or after uni?
That was after uni. So there are these things called like coding academies.
Yeah.
So it's exactly what you're doing now, actually.
Bootcamp.
Grown-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you pay lots of money for it. So what did I do? I did a bit of Java there. Pardon?
I said, so they're lucky that they're getting it at a very young age.
Oh, mate, this thing you're doing now is one of the most valuable things I've ever seen, and I think it's very important for young children to learn how to code because the world is moving to a very technological place.
Yeah, definitely.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
I think that was a question. I think I went on a tangent.
Yeah, that's just what I wanted to hear. That's good.
But you were gonna say something before I cut you off, but sorry.
I forgot. Sorry, it's fine.
Okay. What do you enjoy most / least about your work? So what do you enjoy most and what do you enjoy least about your job?
My job and the companies I work for, or I've been blessed to work for, are the least corporate companies ever. So I don't have to wear, and I really enjoy that I don't have to wear a shirt and a tie to go to work.
Okay.
I go to work in hoodies, jeans, and trainers, and there are free snacks, free drinks, and the people are just lovely, lovely people. And it's not that there's no rules, but people trust you to do your job, and everybody there is good at their job. So it's just a very nice working environment.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like imagine being with your friends, your school friends, 24/7. That's genuinely what working in this industry is like. It's not a thing where people shout at you, do your work, and more. Sometimes you don't have to do your 9 to 5. If you get the work done early,
You can
they
leave
will
early.
literally tell you go home. So it's really nice.
Well, I guess it's
Got anything?
Yeah, I got something to add to what he's just said. I think that it's the more modern way of working these days.
Yeah,
They kind of
exactly.
make it relaxed, so you come and be yourself, and like it also makes you very creative, or it brings out your creativity in you. You go to you go to offices and you get things like even the pool or table tennis, and you're playing. You get time to have a break, and it's actually fun, guys. So it's something you need to experience. Keep working hard.
And they pay you well.
Oh yeah,
They pay you
we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. I know some people are eager to hear about that. Yeah, we'll get to that soon.
I'd say a lot of the same things you said is what I like about work. You know, when I used to be a teacher, I used to have to, get to work at like 8:30 in the morning, always go in a suit and tie. Not saying, sometimes I like wearing a suit and tie, but not every day. And it's just a nicer way of working, like Mitch just said, when sometimes, when you're working and you just can't, things are a bit difficult and you can't find the answer, like the bug question before. Because bugs are, they're very annoying because sometimes you don't know what the problem is. And because you're tired or because you're stressed. So it's really encouraged for you, maybe just go play table tennis or go on the pool table and play with someone. And then you realize that while you're playing pool, and it's happened to me before, oh my God, that's what the problem was.
True.
Because you kind of
Relax.
more relaxed,
Mhm.
and that's exactly what working in tech is like. It's very relaxed, and even though you're doing very important work and hard work sometimes, you're encouraged to relax and be as happy as possible while you're working. And yeah, I'd say, and I know there's always something. It says, what do you enjoy least about your work? I don't know. Genuinely, I just love what I do, and I'm guessing, I'm guessing there must be something like that I might not like on some days, but yeah, I don't like when I have to use a Windows computer. Let's say that because I really like Apple. Yeah, that's just a joke.
Really? That's a bad joke.
Yeah, that's not joke for me.
Our Mac people, but it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Let's not get into
That it's fine that way, sure.
Yeah, Windows and Mac people.
Okay.
Yeah, we just got last few questions. What is a typical work day for you? So I'll answer that question first, and you can go, Demi, and then I'll ask the last question, which is about pay and the job market and the future. So for me, a typical day is, obviously we're working from home now, but when I am in the office, I can go into work at about 10 a.m., which is good because when I'm driving into work or when I have to take the train, most normal jobs need to be in by 9 o'clock. So because
by 9 o'clock.
That's true.
Yeah. For me, I can get in, by 10:30, which means that I have a more relaxed journey to work. When I'm at work, I get, maybe some tea, can log into my computer and then just check for what you call tickets. So all the pieces of work that you have to put together when you're building an app or a game. Like imagine Minecraft, all the different characters have to be created individually. So tickets will be like an individual part of the app or game that you're creating. So I'll pick up a ticket and look at what that ticket needs me to do, and then I'll do it, and I'll just go through that during the day, and then have lunch. Sometimes we have food at work, and I'd have to go out for lunch. We also have games. We have a Nintendo. What's it called? Switch. We have a. So sometimes if you're on lunch with some friends, you can play Mario Kart or whatever games on there. And then I just carry on picking up tickets, maybe listen to some music. And then at the end of the day, sometimes I finish between 4:30 and 6:30, depending on how busy my day is. And that's pretty much it for me. What about you, Danny?
So yeah, I'll probably shown in at 10 o'clock. No, before 9:30, because I have what they call a stand-up meeting at 9:45. Stand-up meeting is basically where everybody in the team says, hey, I'm working on this. This is stopping me from doing my job, and I worked on this yesterday. That's it. Then my day is pretty much identical to Ola's. I pick up a ticket, I build it, I write tests, and I release it. Hopefully not the same day, because that means I'm rushing. But I'll probably work on the same feature or ticket over the course of like three days, depending on how big it is. A lot of the time I spend is chasing people to give me stuff I need to do my work. So the images or the logos or the designs, and I need that stuff. And yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to cut you off there. I also do stand-ups every day, just to inform you're working on, because that's how everyone, because we talked about before, no one shouts at you and says, oh, why are you not doing your work? Because every morning you tell everyone what you're doing and what you're going to be doing that day. So everyone's aware of, if they need you to do something, they'll find out in the morning, so no one needs to chase you all the time. So the last question, and then we'll open the floor to you guys, is what is the projected job market? So what does the job market look like for I guess, IT professionals or people that work in IT? For me, I'd say it looks really, 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 really good, because everything that we do is tech related. Everything that we like McDonald's have separate apps. Asda, Tesco, where we go to buy our food, they have apps. They need software engineers. Every single thing you can think of, whether you're making games, whether you're making apps, whether you're making sure apps are tested, whether you're making sure apps are released on time, even just being someone who is good at being organized, where you don't even write any code, understanding how apps are made means that you can also help out developers and engineers to manage their time. Like these people are called business analysts or project managers. So there are so many different jobs in IT, and the pay is very good. I know of a 17-year-old, which was about 3 years ago now, who was earning $80,000 a year because he learned how to code. Some of you aren't really that far away from being 17 years old, but knowing how to code opens a lot of doors for you.
Definitely.
I've got a friend who earns over £100,000. He's just got a new job, and he works at home. He never leaves his house, and he earns £100,000. So just knowing how to code, or knowing code-related things, or knowing how apps are made, it really does open the doors for you. Even though, I don't know, with COVID, everything has been not very good in terms of, people are, some people are losing jobs, or some people are not able to go into work. Because of tech, we can still work from home. If it wasn't for technology, imagine what would have happened to, to everyone. Like, we wouldn't be able to do anything. So because of tech, it's actually allowed us to carry on working and carry on living. So yeah, I don't know if I covered all that, but everything. But David, do you want to add to that?
I think the job market is just going to grow. continuously, non-stop, and I think that some jobs will die off and new ones will be created. Um, there's a rule in like computing. It's called Moore's law, which says the numbers of, again, don't be scared by this. It says the number of transistors on a processor doubles every 18 months, which basically means the stuff that computers can achieve doubles every 18 months. Which means for us, every 18 months there's something new to learn, there's something new to do. So I don't think the job market will ever dip for a very, very long time. And in terms of salary, the world's your oyster. Like there's so many different roles. There's games development, there's games testers, there's web developers, there's cloud computing experts who work on servers that they've never seen or never will see in their lives. So there's just so much to do. And if you don't want to work in technical roles, like Ola said, there's project managers, business analysts, data analysts. There's just so much. And yeah, there is, I mean, those of you that are motivated by money, like myself,
a good number of them are.
There's a lot of money to be made. There are people, there are adults who are changing their careers
Just
halfway
because
through
of
their
that.
lives because of it. And it changes lives. So yeah.
Yeah, it really does change.
Yeah, I've got
there's a lot.
oh,
Okay,
sorry.
yeah.
Deshaun said something. I think he's challenging you guys right now. He says he's also making money doing graphic designs and scripting. Would you want to tell us more about that, Deshaun, please?
Yeah, right now I'm doing like graphic design, so I make logos for different companies. I make some for my family as well. They pay me around, I get paid like £20, £40 a week sometimes. So I guess it's really fun. And plus I get to make money and help because I use it to help others. I don't really use it for myself a lot.
Interesting.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
The fact that you're doing that, how old are you?
I'm 11.
11. That's amazing. I wasn't making any money at 11. And the fact that you said something that's so important. You said it's fun.
Yeah.
Because you're not really thinking about the money. It's just fun for you. And I'll let you into a little secret. My friend who now makes £100,000 a year literally used to do what you do, which is just, he used to make Dragon Ball Z websites for his friends.
Yeah.
To just do some like graphic design stuff for his friends and family. Literally exactly what you're doing at 11, he was doing. And I think he was even about 14 or 15 when he started doing that. Now he works for a company called WordPress.
WordPress?
Yeah, he works for WordPress and he gets to go on 3 holidays a year for free.
Wow.
Anywhere he wants.
I'm jealous.
He gets a free computer. Yeah, he's very, very, I'm jealous. But that's someone that literally was doing what the same thing you're doing now. So I think your future is very bright. I think all of you. Yeah, I think, yeah, you've got the right attitude.
So just to add to that, I think you should look into something called UI UX.
Mr. Dan, I've got a question.
Hold on.
I've got a question. I know it's not related to code. You know that guy who you said a certain amount of money a day?
Why are you echoing?
I'm not sure. So basically, does he like if someone like just walks into a store like with loads of money and someone just realizes he's like rich, do they give stuff to him for free?
Probably not.
My goodness.
I think the good thing is because of that, you don't have to walk into much.
Yep.
That is potential. I find delivering better because I don't want anyone to hack my card.
Exactly. Well, no, because of people like that who work for like NatWest. So if any of your friends have NatWest accounts, Dammy is one of the people that works on the app, and hopefully, if anyone gets into those apps, you can blame Dammy. But I'm sure he's good at what he does, so your stuff is secure.
It's very hard to hack bank accounts.
Yeah. It's very hard. Yeah, the computer protects it all. But yeah, any more questions? If there are no more questions, I've got something.
Yeah. Is any other who's going? Was that you, Simi?
No, I don't need any more questions.
Okay, so
I'm gonna share my screen quickly and show you guys something. I'm just gonna show you one thing because the other thing I was gonna show you, I think it's probably gonna be glitching because I don't know why my computer is quite slow right now. So I'm gonna share my screen and then tell me when you can see my screen. You see this?
It's black, bro. Oh, right. I see it now.
Oh, no.
You see that?
Yep.
All right, cool. I don't know how slow that is. I don't know what you would have seen. So I've done I just did a quick little automation example. So this is my actual job. What I do is I have to write code to kind of like go and test certain websites or just code to automate things so I don't have to do it all over and over again. Imagine if you had to do homework and you could write some code to just do your homework every time. Wouldn't that be cool?
nice.
So that's what automation is. So I'm just gonna run this and then we'll see where this goes. So you can see my hand, I'm not doing anything. This is gonna go all happen automatically. So let's see. I hope it doesn't crash because it's getting a bit slow right now. Is it doing anything? It's running a bit slow, but I think Zoom is taking quite a lot of.
It takes quite a bit, yeah.
Maybe I should have recorded a video of this. Just taking quite a long. It normally runs like 20 seconds. Okay. Can everyone turn their cameras off? Maybe that will help.
Nah, it's your Zoom client, bro. It eats a lot of your voice.
Oh gosh. Alright. Let's see. Okay. This is actually running really slow.
Oh, that's Python.
It's actually JavaScript.
JavaScript.
Oh.
Very similar to Python.
That looks like Python. It's a bit like Python.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't look like it's running.
It's gonna run very slow, bro. Very slow.
It's gonna fail. It's gonna fail because it's gonna fail because Zoom is too slow. But what this was supposed to do was actually run through go to the code website and type a little message or whatever. What I'll do is maybe record a video and send it to you guys after, just so you see what it is like to be an automation engineer. But that's it really. Yeah. So
Should I run through some dev stuff as well?
okay, yeah, if you can, that'd be great. Maybe you have a fast
Because this computer is excessive. Right, cool. Pardon?
work on.
Yeah. Can you see this, right? So everybody can see that screen. So this is the kind of code that I write on a daily basis. It is a hybrid of JavaScript and HTML. It's called React. Has anybody heard of React before?
Yeah.
No. I have.
Yeah.
You have. Good. So right, that is not the right window. So what I can do is I can get a test account. In fact, let me not use that tab. So they like to name their tools after Pokemon. I have no reason. I don't understand why they do that. So this is just a test account, and then you can search someone's account and see all of their details. So these are all the cards that people have attached to their account. You can even see their transactions that they have, and whether they pass whether they're real people. So they actually test for that as well.
Cool.
and all of that is done.
If you called your bank, then someone on the other side was someone that worked for the bank, and they needed to check. You needed to ask them some questions, so they would use what Dami has created to check your account.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. So all of this stuff is written from scratch, every single individual piece of code. But you see the way this overlaps the tick box? That's what you call a bug. And I would need to go need to fix that because that shouldn't happen.
You guys are getting exclusive access. With technology. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, great.
Oh. Okay.
Do we have any questions?
I want to be a millionaire. You can be a millionaire if you work hard. It's very possible.
Very, very possible. Closer than you think.
Yeah, it's closer. I know 1 millionaire. It's not that. But pretty soon, maybe.
Have we got any more questions?
I don't.
Okay.
Okay, I've got a question for you guys. Do you guys ever try and get together to do like hackathons? So like if someone has an idea and then you're like, oh, let's see if we can make it together. Have you guys tried that at all?
No.
Well, I guess they do so in terms of role play gaming.
Okay. Yeah, you do. Cool. But yeah, it's really good to the reason why I asked that is because it's really important. Like for example, myself and Dami, we do that. We come together, actually creating an app moment, which I can't talk about, right? but yeah, it's really important to get with other people and share your ideas because there might be something that you're really good at and someone else might not be good at. Like for example, Chantal who does graphic design. Like I'm not someone who's great at graphic design, so you know if you work with someone that has a particular strength in an area, you can then put your strength together and work on different things. The people that made YouTube were all friends who made the app together, and within a year they made over $1 billion.
That's true.
Rosie, were you gonna ask a question?
Yeah.
Some of us, we're gonna do a role play, like a family role play.
Great. So yeah, just that would be great. So just that will teach you how to work together, listen to other people's ideas, try your ideas out, see how someone else can make it better. Yeah, so that if you're doing that, that's really, really good.
What do you do like the role play from, Lindsay?
What?
What do you do the role play from?
So it's from Bloxburg.
All right. I'll play that game.
Maya, Jordan, Nimi, and Paula are gonna do it. I'm not sure who else is gonna do it.
But yeah, it doesn't have to be just this one. When you start another one, get more people involved, and that's it. But yeah, that's it. If there's no more questions, yeah, we're gonna leave you guys to it.
Right. I want to thank you all. Sorry, do we have any more questions before I jump into conclusion? Any more questions? Not even about the money? Don't ask me any more questions in class about the money. Now you see they might say, keep all your questions for today.
What about the Robux?
It's not a Robux session, it's a general session.
Why?
She's always worried about that. Okay. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Right. Why am I echoing? Okay. So what we do, I'm echoing. Okay. So we've been learning a lot about technology, like you may know, and I know some of us are new here, and some is our first time of coming into a gathering like this. But the good thing about this is that it creates awareness. It exposes us to what the industry is like, and then give us a better understanding about what we're learning now, and help us to be more serious in our studies. I know a lot of us said coding is very hard when we were doing it. So I was expecting that question. I was expecting someone to ask, maybe even Dami, who does something with NatWest Bank, how did he find it? But no one seemed to be asking that question. Cookie64, do you have a question for him in terms of coding and how he managed to like cope with it? Because while we were doing it, some of us, like even some of us, were having nervous breakdown, like, oh, it's too hard. But with lots of encouragement, we're able to like pull through. So would you want to ask that question now?
Like a few days later, I found it like little bit easy for me.
So you found it much easier when you kept trying.
Yeah,
Okay.
I enjoyed the lesson that we did try to. I struggled a bit, but I got it in the end.
That's good. Yeah, that's really what we encourage. It's not an easy journey, but the thing is, once you keep up at it, there's a saying that goes, "Practice makes perfect." So when you keep up with practicing, you will get there. I always use an example of Simi. Simi is only 8 years old, and she came here with no knowledge at all about anything technology, but in the space of 8 weeks, because we've been together learning about during the lockdown, Simi has not only been able to make her own games, she has played her game and shared it for other people to play. She's able to tell people how she made her games and everything she's made, and even streamed her first. She had, was it the hobby you streamed, making the hobby on YouTube?
Yeah.
So it builds that confidence. If you're doing this at 8 years old, imagine what you would do when you turn 16. So it's just like there to encourage us. And then I know Ola said something about coming together to learn skills. This is exactly what it is about, because outside Fun Fridays, we come together and we learn skills. And I have a confession to make. I don't only teach, I learn from you guys as well. I know it does sound crazy, but it is the truth, because life, you always learn, right? And they have taught me a lot of lessons, which I'm growing with, still becoming. But yeah, that's the beauty of it. I'm not heavy on games. I don't play games, so they teach me how to play games the little time I have, and then we try and play together. So yeah, that's also a good one.
Play games when you're younger.
Well, I don't want to disappoint you, but I'm not into gaming. Yeah, my sisters were, but I didn't care about gaming. I liked to do the things that are hands-on, things that are out. I mean, even till today, I'm more into researching than into playing. So, yeah, I don't have anything with game playing. You know, I always encourage you all to play games, including role play gaming, but I am not a gamer myself. And just like we encourage everyone, IT is a broad field. You can specialize in whatever field you want to specialize in. If you're a gamer, feel free to go into gaming. I know Maya does, she's brilliant in terms of writing, so she can go into writing lots of scripts. So we have explored our talents and our abilities, and we know everyone's weak, well, I wouldn't want to call weak points, what we're still working on, because we're still working, and our strength. So what we encourage is your strengths rub off on someone else's strength, and we grow together. So it's like a good environment. Before now, we're on teams learning and playing and growing together. So just to encourage you all, it's not like the journey is so easy, but it is so worthwhile, because technology is the future. So I don't know if our guests have anything to add to that, to encourage the children here today who may think what we're doing, it's hard, especially in terms of coding, because I know this is not going to go away. Guys, don't think it's going to go away. When it comes to animation or the creative side, they're like, oh, let's go. Or the game playing side, they're like, let's go. But once it comes to coding, we get lots of excuses. Oh, my screen is lagging, my internet, and then we just keep wasting our time until we kind of get out of it.
Sometimes it does that. Sometimes.
Yeah, and sometimes we run out of the classroom.
day my back wasn't right.
Well,
and then
I wasn't talking about you though. All right, Cookie 64. I wasn't talking about you. I was just saying, talking about my experience with what I get from my students who can be very creative. I don't want to use the word crafty, but just to like encourage them. Yeah. So that's it. So what do you have to? Yeah.
I think you get out what you put in. So never, like, it is one of the hardest jobs to do. If I'm keeping it 100 with you, if I'm being honest with you, sorry. It's one of the hardest jobs, but hands down one of the most worthwhile and one of the most rewarding. So if you work hard now and get used to constantly learning, because just because you know how to do something today doesn't mean it's not going to change. It's going to change. I'm going to need to learn again. Just get used to learning and like build a thick skin and never give up. And I promise you, the rewards you will get from it, you won't even believe it.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's one of those jobs that it doesn't care about your age. So you can be very young doing very well. So just keep practicing, keep putting the work in, and you'll get the rewards.
Did we hear that, guys? That's not from me this time. It's not from me.
As well, yeah. It's the same. Yeah, it's the same for me. Just you guys are very lucky to be exposed to this at such a young age, because like I said, like Damien says, being young or like it's an industry that as long as you know what you're doing, you can get anything. So I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, I want to buy
Simi, can you mute your mic, please?
That's fine. So yeah, so as long as it is hard, but you guys, there was a time when you guys couldn't talk, and now you can talk. There was a time when you couldn't walk, and now you can walk. So with this, remember, if you keep working at it, it will get easier. It's very hard, and there was a time when I used to look at code like, how could anyone do this? Like, this is impossible. And now I do it, and it's the same for you guys.
I really did look at code like that. I remember that.
Yeah, some of you guys are already doing scripting. When I was 8, 9, 10, I didn't even think I could ever do it. And so you guys are doing it already now. So that means you're miles ahead of us. So please keep it going. It's going to be hard some days, but just remember the rewards are going to be very good. So keep it up and keep working hard.
Okay then.
Thank you. Ash, do you have any question?
Some of the guys have been muted for the whole time.
Who else? Paula, have you got any question? Well, if you keep your questions, don't bring it back to me.
I can't remember. Is Ash the one from when was Ash there when I came?
Yes, that's the same Ash. Ash, you're not saying hello. Why are you so quiet today?
I remember it impressed me so much that day. Can you tell me anything you've been learning lately, or what you've been learning since I last saw you guys?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ash, that question is for you. What? What is she doing? She's far away.
Or something. I think she's shy because she hasn't been to coding class for a long time.
Okay, Cameron, Ash, are you ready to speak? She's heavy on Minecraft.
She said no.
I
remember you being really, really, really good the last time I saw you. So
she's camera shy. She's camera shy. She says no on chat. So
I hope you carried on working and yeah, and it looks like all of you are doing really well anyway. So yeah, well done.
Come on. Speak.
Okay. Cameron, have you got any question? Paula, even you no question?
I
don't have any question.
Okay, that's fine. Paula, have you got any question? No question. Okay, so in the absence of questions, what do we have to say to our guests today? Because they have taken out time from their busy schedule to come and speak to us, encourage us, and help us in this journey as STEM learning journey. What do we have to say to them?
Thank you. Thank you.
Is it
Thank
only
you.
only one person speaking? What do you have to say to them? They volunteered their
Thank
time.
you. Thank
Can,
you.
can we all give them a hand?
I remember you too.
Guys, can we give them a hand, please?
I'm gonna pass back to the host so I don't end up ending.
All right, guys, thank you. We'll be getting back to you on maybe when we have sessions next time, and hopefully you come and speak to us because we need that encouragement a lot. That's what's keeping us going, and it's really hard teaching children these things, but we don't have a choice because we want to like we want the younger generation, especially yeah, we want the younger generations to catch up because
It's like 100 and something.
can you mute your mic, please?
Wait. I need to friend also.
Jordan, can you mute your mic, please? Jordan, thank you. Okay. So the reason why we're all doing this is just to like it's a scheme that started a long time ago, and it all started as a dream, and today is all manifesting, which gives me a lot of joy. And the aim is to catch them young because I believe if you sow a seed of STEM in a child, it will not depart from them. I don't know if I'm okay to use that word, but yeah, that's how it works. They just grow up with it, and we're in the kind of industry that it's not very or it's when it comes to like minorities, they're not very represented, and we're trying to change things. But how can we do things? How can we change things? We can't just change it by talking about it. We have to walk the walk, and this is where the journey starts. And hopefully, it's going to grow bigger, and more children will see the benefit of it because we're not only enlightening the children this time around to see the importance of it, we've come to realize that some parents don't know, therefore they can't be bothered, right? They can't be bothered to sign their children up, even though it's on a platter. But it is still part of the awareness we're raising and raising the children we already have now to become ambassadors to also bring the younger ones in, because when we do this is like the grassroots, every other thing will fall in place. So we want to thank you for being a good mentor, and I'm sure this journey will go a long way for the children in the classroom. Thank you, Dami. Thank you, Ola, for coming, for honoring our invite and coming to speak to us. It means a lot to us. And we hope to see you again soon, maybe when we have other sessions. But yeah, that's just it. And children, take this really seriously because that's the aim. The aim of bringing them in here is so you can mirror yourself in them and know that not only are you mirroring yourself, you're mirroring a better version of them. Dami does for NatWest, you can actually do for, I don't know, where? Maybe Facebook, I don't know. You can do, and the good thing about it is that you can do your job from the comfort of your home, whether you're coding, whether the place you're working is in the States or it's in Nigeria or is in Jamaica or wherever it is. You can actually get these skills and flourish with it in any part of the world. So thank you all for showing us or for letting us into your world. Thank you to our mentors for letting us into your world. And we hope to like take what you have given to us and run with it. So yeah, thank you. So let's give them a big hand, people.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming.
Well done.
So yeah, have a nice day, guys. Hope to see you soon.
Okay, so we'll carry on. We'll carry on our learning as normal. We'll carry on our learning as normal. Aaron, give me a break. We'll carry on our learning as normal on Teams and then come back here Fun Fridays. We'll have new faces coming and they will talk to us and teach us a lot about the industry. So did we enjoy that? Anyone enjoy that?
Yeah.
Turn your camera on. Let's speak. I guess they're gone right now. So let's have a chat. How did you see that? What did you gain? Don't be shy now. Ashane, is you and I now. You can speak now. What did you gain from what you've heard today? Well, not just Ashane. Anyone can speak to me. What did you learn from today's session, from the guests coming in? Did you think they did a fantastic job?
Yeah. So I think they taught us really well. I think they did a really good job. And what I learned was like how like you can fix a bug or a glitch. I learned all about like the money you can make from coding, like the different jobs you can do in the coding, like atmosphere. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Anyone else wants to share what you learned from today? What did you gather from today? What are you going to take home with? No one's speaking. Maya wasn't the only one in the classroom, was she?
Is that Miss?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Miss.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that if you work and work, like you realize if you know nothing when you first come into like a coding class or something.
Yeah.
You literally just have no knowledge and then you get really, really scared and then gradually start to work up to it.
Yeah. Well, I guess Simi's brother's acting up in the background. Can someone else go now? Oh, okay.
I learned that.
What happened to you? Hello? Hello, Simi. Okay, can someone else speak to us then so we can wrap up? Okay, we lost you there.
Hello.
Some people are asking, they want to know who Deshaun is. Deshaun, can you turn your mic on, please, so some people can see who you are?
Yeah.
Would have been better on Teams, don't you think?
It would have been better on Teams.
Is there someone watching this somewhere? Because it does seem to be echoing back, which I'm not sure why. Jordan, put your mic on, please. I mean, yeah.
Me, I have a mic on.
Okay, Chantal, can you show us what you look like? Some people are eager to know what you look like. Okay, that's Chantal. He is how old again?
11, and my name's Deshaun.
Oh, sorry. Oh my goodness, sorry about that. Okay, yeah. His name's Deshaun, and he's 11 years old, and he's good at graphics designing and scripting. So maybe one of these days you'll come into the classroom and share your knowledge, because we'd like to know what you know and show you what the kind of things we do here as well. So we want to thank you for coming, because I think you are the new person here. We all know every other person, don't we? Yeah, yep. So yeah, that's just it. I want to thank you all for taking the time to come over. For Fun Friday, we're going to see you next Friday at 10. Hopefully we will not have a problem with the glitch in connecting, but yeah, you never know. We just have to try and get in ahead of time and make sure everything is all right. Okay, everyone, that brings us to the end of our session. And I want you to go with what you have learned today and make it worth the while. Okay? Right. See you all back in Teams. Thank you very much. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
I sent you a request, oh Tokyo, Deshaun.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Woo. Thank you guys for tuning in.